Canadian-built rams of the Three Rivers and Calgary tank regiments board their LCTs in preparation for another big landing exercise. Final waterproofing is completed to protect crews and engines, so that as the craft approach the enemy coast and the ramps go down, the tanks can practically tackle a submarine. The chief danger seems to be jellyfish getting caught in the works.
Bloody hell. Brave. Not sure I would.
No, that's not a hit by an enemy shell. It's the waterproofing being deliberately blown clear of the tank, leaving it ready for immediate action.
I was wondering about that.
And when Canadian armor goes into action as the spearhead of the attack we've waited for so long, there'll be few problems which haven't been studied ahead, and no obstacles that won't be beaten with the help of Providence, Canadian ingenuity, and good shooting.
Cool. Portable steel air raid shelter, no way. That's mad. That's Montgomery. Very short. Very short. Not sure who that is. J.L. Ralston. That's okay. Alrighty. Oh wow. Gotcha. Okay. Doesn't say where the entry point is. Guessing round about here. Machini, maybe down the road a little bit, something like that. Copy that.
Royal Canadian Regiment Infantry here. You can call us Able. We're at Buckshot 9. Why do we infantry always get this short stick?
I'd like to look down at the map. It's a bit of a frustration. So, right, where are we coming in? So they're here. Start mission.
Affirmative. Moving into position.
Able. Move to location 2.
Able here. Form up. We're attacking. Machine. Able here. Planting the flag at machine.
Nice. Able. Hold position.
Able here. Infantry. Home. Able here. Got a visual on infantry. At India. 5. Head right for us. Able here. Don't let them into the town. Keep that perimeter intact.
Able. Dig in.
Able here. Control. Coming right up.
Deploy reserve. Infantry.
Engineer here. Deploying reserve infantry. Seaport Highlanders infantry. Reporting for duty. We'll be Curly. We're at Kilo. 9. It always comes down to the infantry. Curly here. We're here at Juliet. 8. Royal Winnipeg Rifles Infantry. Company reporting in as the call sign. Taker. We're out.
Charlie. Go to. Move to Juliet 6.
Curly here. Headed to Juliet 6. Taker here. We've arrived at Echo 6.
Baker. Go to location 3.
Taker, Curly here. We lost visuals on Alligator. They were last seen at Juliet 4. Heading north.
Able. Go to location 3. Able. Move to location 3.
Able here. Taker here. Taker firing from the hangar. Swing wide around it.
Charlie. Go to location 2. Charlie. Move to location 2.
Curly here. Roger. Garrisoning Pontoon.
Baker, report status.
Baker, here. We're engaged on Foxtrot.
Able, report status.
Able here. We're at Hotel 6. On our way to Ficino Airfield.
Baker, dig in.
Baker, here. 18 boys, if I say your life. Charlie here. We're here at Martini.
Charlie, dig in.
Charlie here. Grab your shovels, boys. We're taking in. Able here. Ficino Airfield. It's ours now.
Able, dig in.
Able here. Foxhole, coming right up.
Baker, move to location 3.
Baker, here. Those hangars at Ficino Airfield look like a good defensive position. Able here. We can no longer see infantry. They were last seen at India, too. Heading northeast. Baker, here. We've arrived at Ficino Airfield.
Baker, dig in.
Baker, here. Take these boys. They might save your life. Charlie here. We're done digging. Need a break.
Charlie, hold position.
Charlie here. Roger. Holding position. Able here. Hope these foxholes are enough to keep us alive. Baker, here. Foxholes are dug. Let's get cozy.
Able, move to Juliet 2. Grid, Juliet 2. Able, move to Grid, Juliet 2. Able, move to Juliet 2. Able, move to Juliet 2.
Able here. Moving to grid. Juliet 2. Able here. Got eyes on air at Kilo 3. Able here. Got a visual on Alligator at Pacino. Able here. Rifle, move left. Red gun, hold here and here.
Able, dig in.
Able here. Grab your shovels, boys. We're digging in.
Good work, gentlemen, good work.
Able here. You lost sight of air. They were last seen at Lima 3, heading east. Naval guns of HMCS Saskatchewan, here. You can call us Dog. Ready for action.
Dog, fire artillery at location 1.
Dog, able here. Moving to engage. 1, 4. Shoot. And communicate. Enemy reinforcements are arriving from the north. Dog, here. That was a hit. Keep those coordinates coming. That's right. Run, you coward! Able here. We lost visuals on Alligator. They were last seen at Pacino, heading east. Able here. Spotted infantry at India 1.
Dog, fire barrage at India 1.
Dog, here. Raining thunder down on India 1. Able here. An enemy infantry company is pulling out. Dog, here. Bombardment was on target. Able here. Got a visual on infantry. We can no longer see Cheetah. They were last seen at Hotel 1, heading west.
Dog, fire barrage at Hotel 1.
Dog, here. Artillery firing at Hotel 1. Dog, here. And a miss. Are you sure the enemy's there?
Negative.
It's an insulating MC fire on them.
Dog, fire barrage at location 1.
Dog, here. Coordinates confirmed. Firing barrage at Lima 4. Dog, here. Yeah, that was aggressive.
Able, report status.
In combat against air at Kilo 3. We're taking some beating out here.
Dog, fire barrage at Dog 3.
The operations.
Kilo 3.
Dog, here. Roger. Dropping shells on Kilo 3. Dog, here. Can you confirm those coordinates? I don't think we hit these things.
Able, report location.
Cable here. We're at Juliet 3. Cable here. Got a visual on Alligator at Kilo 5. Heading right for us.
Dog, sustained barrage at Kilo 5. Dog, fire barrage at Kilo 4.
Gun set up.
Dog, fire barrage at Kilo 4. Kilo 4.
Dog, here. Raining thunder observers report that the fire mission was successful. Able here. We can no longer see alligator. They were last seen at Able here. Looks like the operation is successful. Nice work, everybody. HQ here. We're done here. Unit leaders report for debriefing.
Nice.
Able here. Those damn replacements keep getting killed. Acre, here. Took a few losses, but it could have been worse. Charlie here. I, for one, am not too upset we didn't see much action. Dog here. Artillery battery still operational. Where's our next target?
Oh, so close. What? Where's the medal on the left? This one. Oh, it's going to Able. Good work, gentlemen. Good work. There were, of course, 4. Not bad. Hold Pacino. Did I hold the wrong bloody place? Let's watch the replay. Oh, it's Pacino. I thought it was Malcini. So I held the wrong place. Should have gone here. So, okay. Let's do this. Let's see what actually happened. Long standoff. Oh, they were lucky.
Time's almost up. Remember your objectives.
Must pay more attention next time.
Excitement is in the air around a certain CWAC barracks somewhere in England. A detachment is preparing to leave for the Mediterranean theater of war. The medical staff is having a field day. The girls are inoculated against every disease in the almanac, including the bite of the Italian wolf. You won't need your winter woolies, Private Smith. You're off to the sunny south. Tropicals will be the order of the day from now on. Join the Army and see the world. A summer cruise to the land of romance costs plenty of folding money in peacetime. Now you can make the trip on the government and draw Army pay to boot. A little thing like a lurking Jerry submarine just lends spice to the outing. From the happy faces of our CWACs as they come ashore, no hardships were suffered. They refused to confirm the rumor that the sergeant major served tea in their bunks every morning. At GHQ, the hand-picked contingent will relieve soldiers for frontline duty. A hearty welcome is extended to the Canadian Army girls who have traveled so far to carry on for victory.
Still trying to learn this game. A lot of it is about paying attention and not getting distracted, which is very difficult at the moment. There's a lot going on here, as I'm sure is going on a lot where you are as well. Attack, Canadian Army Newsreel number 11. Let's check this out. I like these old movie reels. Find them really interesting.
Of key importance to the success of armored divisions is the work done by the motorized infantry battalions. It is their job to keep the armor moving by seizing and mopping up centers of resistance and by consolidating and holding features taken by the armored units. With men and carriers moving across country at top speed to reach the point of attack, the Westminster regiments show just what the job involves. This Westminster assault symbolizes the spirit of attack which dominates the whole Canadian Army. It is an army which has played a long waiting game, but whose turn is close at hand. An army highly trained and highly skilled, ready, willing and able to tackle the big job that lies ahead.
They are not hanging about. Good gosh. That's the way it's done. Alright, what have we got here? Central Sicily, hilly, high above sea level. Sulfur mine thermal baths, over 500 meters above sea level. Valguarnera, let's call it Valg, would have made an impressive defensive position, offering both a stunning panoramic view and superior terrain advantage. The area had experienced rapid growth in the century preceding the war, the population tripling from 5,000 to 15,000 in the second half of the 19th century. This was due to the further development of agriculture and industry, with advances sulfur extraction and the production of cooked products. Interesting. Attaque sur tous les fronts. Attack on all fronts. Well, I'm pretty sure I know who's going to win this battle. Wow. World War II tanks, what are they? They're not Shermans, are they? I can't place those. What is that? Maybe a Churchill. Periodic amendments were made to the Field Service Pocketbook, a kind of military manual typically carried by officers. This one concerned the proper use of radios in the field. Great Britain War Office Field Service Pocketbook, pamphlet number 2, amendments number 2, signal security, July 1941 for the Canadian edition. It's pretty. I love how they've got all this information. Look at all this, look. Our war in Europe, the Financial Post. The Canadian fighters, Canadian war supplies. Not really sure what this relates to, I'll be honest, but interesting nonetheless. Okay, here we go. Exhausted units perform poorly in combat. Oh, that's a problem. I was going to use the same guys. Under strength, units start with fewer troops. Units not deployed on a mission get a chance to rest, removing both exhausted and under strength effects. Okay. Well, that would have been handy to know in the last mission, but anyway. Deployed units become veteran and gain specialization points that can be spent when examining that unit. Right-click unit on the card. Okay. Your infantry has been sent on a night march through the mountains flanking the town of Valg. However, these units have become lost and scattered. What did I say about distractions? They've just gone out. I thought, brilliant time to make a video. Hang on. Okay. Problem solved. Here we are. Unfortunately, the crossroads are heavily defended by 88mm anti-tank guns. We can deploy our own tanks if these are destroyed. Ah, right, okay. So the crossroads. Intel reports that Valg is currently empty. Interesting. However, enemy panzers will be arriving from the eastern road. You must decide to either clear the crossroads to gain tank reinforcements or head directly to Valga and dig in. Fighting panzers will be difficult. So they're kind of suggesting against that. Maybe I'll have a little go at both. So the panzers are coming from the east. This is the crossroads location. So I think I might send one unit to Valg, if I've got a unit that's good at defending, and see if we can't do some damage here at the same time. I don't know. I sound very professional at this game, but actually I'm an absolute novice still, and I don't know how well that's going to work. One infantry company, anti-tank guns, panzer reinforcements. These are German regulars we're fighting. Expect them to be the equal of our troops. Infantry and anti-tank at the crossroads. First rally your lost and out of communication units, then clear the crossroads or send all units to take Valg. Position infantry in towns and on high terrain when fighting tanks. Remember to flank them. Position infantry in towns and on high terrain. Okay. A lot of information. Right, so my best units are... exhausted, so I can't use them. The defensive guys are not available. I'm thinking rugged. Grenadier guards. I tell you what would be handy is if... Filter by type. Oh, okay. Infantry. So we do have some tank units. Okay. Rugged. What does rugged mean? Let's have a look-see here. Damage 0.8. Morale. So their morale is down a little bit. So I'm thinking one of these top two, the reliable guys. So let's pop the tanks in there for reinforcements and an infantry slot. Do we have any anti-tank guns? We do. But I can't pick anti-tank. Interesting, I can't pick anti-tank. I think I may have broken it by dragging this off here. It's still a work in progress, this, I think. Okay, right, tanks. The Gary Fort horses. Let's go back. Kind of screwed up the screen there a little bit. Okay, that hasn't fixed it. Bugger. Okay, well, that's just a bug then I've identified by accident. Infantry, let's see here. Timid, bold, trigger happy. These guys are popular. The morale is really high, but they're quite slow. Popular and timid. That's a bad combination right there. Can't use the bold guys. Just use the trigger happy chaps. And scouts. Scouts would be very handy, wouldn't they? Right, we'll bring the trigger happy guys in. Oh, I can't even drag in scouts, just infantry. Alright, the trigger happy guys, come on. Oh, come on. So now I can't put them in there. I can only put them in there. Oh, what is going on here? Why can't I put an infantry slot in there? What's going on? I'm missing something, aren't I? What am I missing here? Why am I being limited? So it has to be an infantry squad, which is fine. Oh, this is not good. This is not good, sorry. Do apologise, everyone. I think we're going to have to go all the way back. All the way back. Campaign. Reload. Ah, I'm going to restart the game. Okay. The tanks are going to be these reliable guys. And then infantry-wise, we need to have... Let's try the popular guys up top. Get some sneaky guys in there. We've got the wily guys as... and then the trigger happy guys as reserves. If we need them, then we need guns. See what we can do here.
Princess for specialized infantry, reporting in as the call sign. Hazel, I think we're lost.
Confusion reigns tonight. Able is lost. Lost units can be oriented if they arrive at a road or landmark. We also lost communication with Baker. Circled on the map is Baker's last known position. Move a unit closer to Baker to re-establish contact. Alpha. Able. Report location.
Able here. We're lost, but we can see a road. 1 kilometer north of us.
Able. Move north.
Able here. You got it. Moving north.
Baker's over here somewhere. What's this? Mike 8. So, what's the plan, Batman? Able, hopefully, are going to come up here to India 6. I'm going to try and put one unit in the main objective. I really want those tank supports to come in. Able, report status.
Able here. We're lost, but we can see a road. 1 kilometer north of us.
Let's start it then.
Affirmative. Moving into position.
Wonder how many times they're going to do that before I realise that I've done that. But Able should move up 1 kilometre. There we go.
We're at Juliet 6.
Able, move to Mike 8.
Able here. All right, integrate. Mike 8.
So, to take the crossroads, I think we're going to need to have a unit up here. And a unit over here. Which is not going to be easy. Able. Report location.
Able here. We're at Kilo 7 on our way to Mike 8. Anchor here. We have reestablished contact with you thanks to a nearby friendly unit. We're at November 7.
Roger that. Baker, move to location 1.
Anchor here. Form up.
Able, move to location 1.
Able here. You can count on us to capture Albanera.
Able, report location.
Able here. We're at Kilo 8. We're en route to Albanera.
Baker, report location.
Anchor here. We're at November 6. We're headed to Albanera.
Why are they there and not heading directly towards it? Able, report location.
Able here. We're at Juliet 5 on our way to Albanera.
Okay. So they're not following the routes I'm drawing at all, which is interesting.
Able here. Albanera. Stars now.
Able, dig in.
Able here. Hostiles coming right up.
Baker, report location. Baker. Baker, report location. Report location. Baker, report location.
Anchor here. We're here at Albanera.
Okay, so I think we're going to move them here. Baker, move to Lima 4. Baker, move to Lima 4. Lima 4.
Anchor here. Roger. Moving to Lima 4.
See, if I say Lima 4, it registers
Anchor
me.
here. The units become a bit scattered. Will take a while to regroup.
Why are Baker scattered?
Able here. We're done digging. Use a break.
Baker, report location. Report location.
Anchor here. We're at Juliet 3. We're en route to Lima 4.
So maybe we'll just hold this road. I don't know. We'll see how well it works. Tanks are going to be incredibly difficult. Baker, move to... No, actually stay where you are. Just wondering whether to move Able the other side of the hill. Sort of get an ambush thing going on. But they're dug in now, that's the problem. Baker, report location. Don't know why that isn't working.
Reporting for duty. We'll be Charlie. Can someone come find us? Someone drop the map.
Charlie, head northwest.
Charlie here. Moving northwest.
Perhaps I could put Charlie on this location then.
Charlie here. Oh, so that's where we are. We're at Hotel 6.
Charlie, move to Hotel 9.
Charlie here. Hotel 9. It is. Charlie here. We've arrived at Hotel 9.
Charlie, move to Bravo 9.
Charlie here. Headed to Bravo 9.
There's a bit of discrepancy between certain things. Crossroads are defended by anti-tank guns. We can deploy our tanks if you capture the crossroads. I Don't think there's much chance of that, I'll be honest. Baker, report location.
Baker here. We're at Lima 4.
Oh, they're there. Baker, dig in.
Baker here. Grab your shovels, boys. We're digging in.
Gonna be tough. They're coming in 1 minute and 24 seconds. That's interesting that we know that. I wonder if it will show you that on the hardcore setting. Be worth trying it at some point, but I'm nowhere near good enough yet. Charlie, report location.
Charlie here. We're at Foxtrot 9. We're heading to Bravo 9.
So nice to roll in with some tanks. The hell of an ask. "50 seconds. Baker, report location.
Baker here. We're at Lima 4.
Baker, report status.
Baker here. We're at Lima 4. We're still busy entrenching. Foxholes are done. Let's get cozy.
Okay, cool, they're done. Charlie, report location.
Charlie here. We're at Foxtrot 9. On our way to Bravo 9.
Okay, taking their bloody sweet time. 20 seconds. Come on, guys. Baker are going to get an absolute smashing in a minute.
HQ here. Enemy reinforcements are arriving from the east.
Here we go then. 2 seconds. Charlie, report location.
Charlie here. We're at Echo 10. We're en route to Bravo 9.
It's going to take a while, but hopefully we get there.
Baker here. We can see base. Active skill zone. Wait for the tread.
Hopefully that'll slow them down. Alright. So Charlie are going to have to come here somehow.
Baker here. Baker's still in their foxhole. I think they're making them deeper. Charlie here. We're here at Bravo 9.
Charlie, move to Bravo 7.
Charlie here. Roger. Moving to Bravo 7.
So when Baker give up, which I'm sure they will, or they must, I'll let them retreat. And when they engage with Able, then we'll re-engage this attack using Baker. But at least that's the plan. Baker, report status.
Baker here. We're engaged at Lima 4. We're fighting. Allocate. At right. 5. We're fresh and able.
Good stuff, good stuff. Charlie, report location.
Charlie here. Got eyes on anti-tank guns at crossroads. Charlie here. Provide.
Charlie. Charlie, move to Charlie 5. Charlie 5.
Charlie here. Charlie here. Baker here. We're getting slaughtered out here.
Baker, retreat.
Baker here. We're regrouping as quickly as we can. Able here. Tank for Oblivion touch. On standby.
Baker, report location.
Baker here. We've been scattered. Unable to comply.
Roger that.
Able here. And the town defenses of the town. Charlie here. Impossible. Right. Baker here. Think that's everyone. We're
Golf 4, bloody hell. Baker, move 2, Juliet 6.
Anchor here, Roger. Moving to. Anchor here, Juliet 6. Get in.
Actually,
Anchor here.
there's a bit of a hill there.
Heading to Grid, India 4.
Charlie, report location. Charlie, report location. Charlie, report status. I think we've lost Charlie. That's real bad. Baker, report location.
Anchor here. We're at Hotel 4. We're headed to India 4.
I was hoping. Abel, report status.
Everyone is still combat ready. Anchor here. Enemy Panthers falling back.
Nice.
Able here. We lost sight of Alligator. Your last team at Lima 4. Heading east.
Baker, dig in.
Anchor here. Dig deep, boys. Didn't like this save. HQ here. The operation's nearly over.
So we didn't take this. I think we lost Charlie. Charlie, report status. Yeah, I think we lost Charlie. We held the main objective though. Perhaps taking this was something of a red herring. It's good to know that 2 units can take out a panzer position, but 3 I think is really what you want, because we kind of used Baker twice. How are they doing? The morale's good. How's Charlie doing? Their morale's good. Where the hell are they?
Anchor here. Hope these foxholes are enough to keep us alive.
Well, they will be. Charlie, report status. It's annoying. Charlie, move 2, location 2. Now, are Alligator going to come back? That's the problem. Baker, move 2, Charlie 4. Okay.
Anchor here. Startling 4. Get in.
It's not so easy to get them to do what you want them to do. The voice recognition thing, it's a tricky thing. I can't say it doesn't work.
Anchor here. We can no longer see. Able here. Enemies falling back in mass. Looks like we won. HQ here to have the raft. All units dig in and wait till relief. Able here. Took some losses and will need some time to rest. Anchor here. Damn replacements. Keep getting killed.
Oh, we didn't lose them. Cool. We didn't lose Charlie. They took a bit of a battering, and obviously they lost their radio. So that's cool that that didn't go badly wrong. It didn't go badly right either. We got this absolutely 100% correct. That's always nice. Okay, how do I continue? It's not immediately abundantly clear. Oh, there we go. This thing I was looking for. View the replay. How accurate was I then? Probably not very. I wish you could angle... I just want to angle the camera down a little bit more. So I started off pretty well. I notice it doesn't show me any of the appalling drawings I drew. I was a little bit behind the times there, moving Abel and Baker into the correct locations. They're digging in, that makes sense. Baker took a little while to get up the hill, which is understandable. Then Charlie arrived, and I got them moving northeast. They found the road. And then I took them the long way round, which I actually thought was quite a good idea. It's the only way I can avoid them going along the road. Baker were dug in. Charlie were moving. I mean, so far that's pretty accurate, isn't it? Here come the tanks. Spotted the tanks. Got a sighting on the tanks. The tanks kept coming. Baker held them up for a long time, I've got to say. I'm not sure we did particularly huge amounts of damage to them. I don't know what the different icons mean, if I'm being honest. Charlie took a bit of battering. What happened to Charlie then? This is what we don't know. Charlie moved up. They took a lot of damage. So they pulled back. So they retreated. So they ended up back where I thought they were. Quite interesting. Baker then pushed in to take on Alligator, and it's a good job I did that. I was thinking about bringing them down this way. We moved that tank unit back, and then they ended up down here somehow. Not entirely sure how. Oh, I see. I think they were trying to flank us, perhaps.
Time's almost up. Remember your objectives.
Okay, well, I think that was arguably considered to be a success. Students in battle dress. Students in battle dress. The supervisor of educational services courses are given to soldiers outdoors to help them prepare for their return to civilian life. The course bulletin board, a dispatch rider, delivers material. 2 soldier students study at an alert ACAC outpost in England. A class on the Italian front, soldiers in Ortona running in the street under siege. Canadian Army Newsreel number 29. Let's have a look.
The headmaster of this little red schoolhouse wears battle dress and 3 pips. He is the supervisor of the educational services which conduct classes in operational areas of the Italian front. All units are kept constantly up to date with the syllabus of available courses in a wide variety of subjects, from chemistry to history. These are designed to prepare the men for their return to Civvy Street. In addition, correspondence courses and last-minute news bulletins are regularly compiled at field headquarters. A well-organized system of dispatch, utilizing all existing means of communication, takes this material rapidly to the men throughout the far-flung forces. In this way, lads on outpost duty are able to know what goes on in the outside world and carry on with the study of their chosen subjects while resting, momentarily, from the actual business of war. The school bell doesn't ring in an improvised seat of learning, nor will teacher keep his pupils after school if they don't give the right answers. They are all keen to master even maths if it will help win the war.
Even maths.
Setting up and conducting classes under difficult conditions, such as on an alert ack-ack post, is all in the day's work of these instructors who serve a large number of units. In future years, Canadian fighting men will have good cause to be grateful to the educational services. Other students in battle dress are studying grimmer problems. The immediate task of learning how to dislodge the enemy from his occupied positions in town. The Italian
That's one hell of a
campaign has
moustache on
featured
that guy,
many
wasn't it?
actions where our infantry have had to force every inch of their advance by bitter house-to-house combat. In modern warfare, all details of an assault are worked out ahead of time. Experts in the art of annihilation teach all the tricks learned from the engagements with the enemy. Every fighting man is given the opportunity of explaining his own pet method of handling a difficult situation, and experience is gained by battle maneuvers. In this way, every detail is taken into account to speed the sweep of our united armies as they move ever forward toward the fortress of Europe and final victory.
Okay, Mountain Boys, July 18th, 1943. Due to the superior defensive position at Valg, this leg of the Sicilian invasion proved tough for Canadian troops. The troops' climbing training was invaluable here, as many defensive obstacles would require the scaling of a cliff or a heavy climb in order to maneuver around enemy forces. So much so that the enemy referred to the Canadian forces as Mountain Boys, believing they were fighting highly trained mountain troops, which they actually weren't technically, but kind of were. British death-dealing balloon barrage, a separate section of the Fighting Forces Gum Card series and the American World in Arms series on which it was based, was reserved for a hodgepodge of different weapons: flamethrowers, British death-dealing balloon barrage, landing Russian air infantry, the new Garand automatic rifle. We've read this a couple of times over already. Infantrymen of the Edmonton Regiment in a universal carrier using an umbrella to provide shade in the sunlight. Valganera in Italy on the 17th of July 1943. It's an epic photo. Imagine the stories that each of those guys have. Okay. Let's do this. I think this is the third. Free play unlocked. After beating a level, it can be replayed where unit type slot restrictions are relaxed. There we go. That's interesting. Free to play is unlocked for Valg. Battle of Lyon Fort. A number of fortress towns must be captured. Linking these towns are windy, dusty roads littered with minefields. Use engineers to clear paths through minefields to enemy-held towns and pound the defenders into submission with artillery. It's really difficult to stop them going on the roads. Finding it quite difficult to control where they go with my voice. Okay, new newsreel. DR's train for action. Dispatch riders train for action. Royal Canadian Dispatch Corps train at a motorcycle centre in Canada. Cross-country riding on a minefield simulation course. Canadian Army newsreel number 31. Let's do this.
When you see a dispatch rider of the Royal Canadian Army Service Corps riding his Harley-Davidson through a convoy as though born to the saddle, remember he has achieved this effortless skill in a hard school. At a training center in Canada, he lived for weeks on a bike. Starting out with simple road work, he is soon engaged in the rugged pastime of cross-country riding. The Service Corps hell drivers would rather ride than eat. Dodging landmines is just a preliminary to the real thing soon to be encountered overseas. Yet, you have to have cast iron nerves to be a DR in the RCASC.
God. Never seen anything like it in my life. Gunner J.R. Walsh, operating the gun sights of a 25-pounder gun of the 2nd Field Regiment, Royal Canadian Artillery, RCA, Sicily, Italy, 28th of July, 1943. Infantrymen of the Hastings and Prince Edward Regiment in Universal Carrier advancing on Nisoria in Italy, July 1943. Dispatch Rider, Private H. McDowell of the 48th Highlanders of Canada, delivering a message to the battalion's advanced headquarters, Regal Buto, in Italy, 4th of August 1943. Nursing Sister Constance Brown of the Royal Canadian Army Medical Corps, RCAMC, sitting in a Jeep, Lyon Fort, Italy, 7th of August 1943. Wow. Private F. Jones of the Royal Canadian Regiment, repairing his motorcycle near Militello. I cannot speak Italian. On the 18th of August 1943. Canadian soldiers in Italy. Not to be published. The information given in this publication is not to be communicated either directly or indirectly to the press or any other person holding an official position in His Majesty's service. That's 1944. That's in the wrong era. This shouldn't be here. You've made a mistake, developers. Oh, let me just go back. Did I spot something there? What's this thing? Oh, you can turn the light on and off. It's quirky, but it's kind of cool. Okay, let's see what we can do. Engineers. Okay, engineers. Rugged. Eager. Sight range isn't as good. Alright, let's take them in, because they're eager. Infantry slot. These guys could be upgraded. I thought I did this. Oh, I didn't hit confirm. That's why. I must confirm these changes. Confirm. And combat drills, I think. Confirm. Sneaky rifles. Okay, good. Infantry slots. These guys are good. These guys are very good. Artillery slots. Superstitious and conservative. Tank slots. Got to go reliable. Another infantry slot. Let's get some of these timid guys in here, I think. Maybe we can change their stance. Second engineer's slot. So we go rugged for these guys. All right. Can I turn this light on and off? No, I can't.
Reporting in at the call side. Hazel, we're at Alpha 2. Need some build was blown up. Engineers got you covered.
Okay. I didn't really read the brief, did I? 200 to 400 light infantry. These troops are well trained and are the equal of ours. Do not underestimate them. Each town will be garrisoned. Enemies allowed to retreat back will augment the defense of remaining towns, making it harder at the end. Both roads and surrounding areas are heavily mined. Right, okay. Advice. Move forward with the engineers to clear minefields from the road. They will automatically start clearing them. Tanks move extremely slowly uphill and on rough terrain, so stick to the roads. The enemy is well entrenched. You will need to use combined arms to its utmost. Launch an artillery barrage whilst attacking head-on with tanks and flanking with infantry. Keep your artillery firing until the defenders flee. Lyon Fort is the main objective. However, it will be the most well defended. If it cannot be taken, instead take both Asoro and Nisoria. Remember, every objective has a human cost, and some are not worth pursuing. You do not need to achieve all objectives to win. Asoro. So Asoro. Is that where we are now? Is this Asoro? No. That's Asoro, location 3. Right, that's where we're going then. Going to go there, we're going to dig in, we're going to hold it, and then we're going to see what we're going to do. Okay. Let's do this, chaps.
Able here. Stay frosty, everyone. Head to Asoro.
Let's do this. Start mission.
Yes, right away, sir. Starting operation.
Midday start. Able, report location. Able, report location.
Able here. We're at Oscar 3 on our way to Asoro.
This area is littered with hidden minefields. Minefields damage units moving through, move engineers into a minefield to start clearing it. Roger that. Able, report location.
Spread out and start clearing this minefield.
This is a minefield here. Okay. Able, report status.
Able here. We're at Fight 4. We're still clearing up. Royal Canadian Regiment Infantry reporting for duty. We'll be Baker. We're at Papa 1 Infantry ready for the dirty work.
Baker, move to November 4.
Baker, all right. Heading to November 4. Able here. We've cleared the minefield. Awaiting orders.
Able, move to location 3.
Able Baker, we're here at November 4.
Able, report status.
Able here. We're at Kilo 5. We're en route to Asoro. We've spotted infantry at Asoro. Our internet charge is a base of fire. Moving forward.
Able, report location.
Able here. We're at Kilo 5.
Able, fall back, retreat.
Able here. It's combat engineers. Return for their engineering.
Able, retreat.